Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. That is cool. Trying to get a couple more people to
And then we'll talk about what's going on with this one here. And where they
The
are.
store. Yes.
And then I guess Longview already.
Yes. So Longview has a store, but we're fixing to open a women's center in Longview
Okay.
at the old Inspiration House. So that's exciting. I'm so excited about that.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
that stuff.
That'll be our third women's.
We're in no rush today.
Yeah. No kidding. Have you ever done this before? Have you ever done this before?
Well, not really. I mean,
Really?
I've done like, PBS fun, pledge drives on TV and stuff,
Yeah.
which last, for days. But
Yeah.
still, it's a little different thing than this for
Yeah.
4 straight hours.
Yeah.
So,
We've got people coming, so.
Yeah.
Did you message Samuel?
I did. He said possibly later on this morning.
Okay.
That's gonna last a couple hours. When that one's out, we'll just swap that out, put that on, because I put it on the
gee.
charger up there.
Is it time?
I guess it is time. Stack up on
It's
it.
over here.
Are we about ready?
Yeah, whenever y'all are.
I feel I'm not, but. Are we ready?
Yes, sir. We're
I didn't see her. Is Miss Beverly here?
I haven't seen it.
KWRD 1470, 98.5. It is our Good Morning Texas program. It is coming up on 8:30 here. Guess we got a little bit earlier start than we thought we were going to here today, but that's okay. Appreciate you joining us here this morning. And today we are doing something that is quite different, but wanted to do this. And Ken Miller's been working on this for quite some time. So here we are. It is our Radiothon for Wiseman Ministries, and we are going to be doing a lot of things here for the next 4 hours, one of which is taking your financial donations, doing that over the phone for Wiseman Ministries. You can call us at 903-655-1800 here at KWRD, and we have operators standing by, as it is said, and so you can do that. We also have a food drive going on, of which we will talk more about here in just a little bit. So all this is happening today, and we appreciate you being a part of it here on our first ever Radiothon, and we're doing this for Wiseman Ministries. Tim and Tabitha Wiseman are here to kind of kick this thing off here this morning. Good morning to y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Been a while since we've had you in here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What have we gotten ourselves into here?
Yeah, it's going to be a long, great day, and we're so excited. Really appreciate the community tuning in, and to all of you listeners, it's going to be a great, fun day. You'll hear a lot of wonderful testimonies of how God is impacting people's lives and changing their lives for the better. And and it's using our ministry as a tool to do that, and we're so excited about it. We've got some new things we're going to share today to the community that we've actually never shared before openly.
Yeah.
And so we're fired up about that too. So a lot of good stuff's going to happen.
Well, good. So since y'all are all fired up, then let's jump right into it. For those who have perhaps not been with us on previous programs and don't know anything at all about Wiseman Ministries and what it is and why it is or any of that stuff, where would you like to kind of let folks know where this whole thing got going?
It didn't start with a plan. It didn't start with any kind of intuition of what we wanted to accomplish. Quite frankly, it started with just trying to help one person who was in need, who was homeless, and we brought that person into our home, and it just kept growing from there. The need is so big that one person turned into 3 persons, to 6 persons, to 10 people, and then next thing you know, this thing kept growing and growing and growing. And so now, from 2003 till today, which is that's 22 years later,
Yeah.
we're still trucking, and now we've got over 300 beds, and multiple cities, multiple different opportunities to help people with a food bank, with programs, with case management of people's legal issues, on and on and on. So it's expanded and grown into, in all honesty, more than what we even realized.
But all in East Texas.
All in East Texas.
East Texas started, East Texas based,
Correct.
and still helping folks here.
Yes, we feel very much an attachment to here, and this is our community, and this is also what we feel like we should be doing right here in our local area, is helping those that are coming into our community transit, or they're actually established here and looking for help. That's what we're all about.
So Longview, Carthage, and Henderson are your main areas of focus.
Yes, sir.
But like I say, over 20 plus years, you've grown. So
Yep.
who knows, you may expand later. But right now you're involved in a lot of expansion just as it is.
That's correct. This year here alone is going to be very tremendous for us. We're in the process of building a new Gifts of Grace store, and that works hand in hand with the Henderson Food Pantry that we also operate. And so not only will people be able to come and get food, but they can also say, hey, I've got kids about to attend school, or I've got, I need furniture for my home, or some kind of household items. And we're going to be able to go way beyond just food now when the store is built, and help people on a broader level. And so we are really, really excited about that, about being able to service more of what we, can bring in.
And much of that in that area, Tabitha, I think is kind of down your alley here,
That's correct.
right? I mean, were you in on this right from the very beginning?
Yes, with the
With that original person that needed help, were you there? Or
no, I was not for
you
that.
you
no.
kind of came in on
later.
this.
Yeah,
Have any idea what you were getting yourself into?
I did not. I absolutely did not. It's overwhelming to think that God is calling you to help others, and so, but it's a blessing. We do have a women's facility in Carthage, women and children, and we've got Sunshine Lighthouse here in Overton. Yeah. We're in the process of opening the third women's facility, but it'll just be women.
So excited.
Yeah, at the Inspiration House in Longview. We're remodeling that right now, and so, yeah, it's going to be great.
Okay. So, I mean, there's things are coming at you fast and hot and heavy from all directions, it
Yes.
seems like.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of thought and prayer goes into
Absolutely.
trying to figure out, do we do this or do we stay away from that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's hard to say no, isn't it?
It is,
It
really.
is.
And, another great thing that's happening right here in Henderson that we're excited about is we will be expanding the Henderson Food Pantry and
Yes.
and creating a hub. So when someone comes in for, getting needs met, we're inviting so many other nonprofits that help in social service areas. So they'll be able to come to one place and get their needs met if they're needing financial assistance for rent or medical or whatever it is. Food from us, clothing, again, household items. They can come to one central location. We're calling it the Henderson Ministry Center. Mm-hmm. And so we'll be building that this year too. We'll get started on it. And it's going to be an 8,400 square feet building of just nothing but services to the community. We'll also have showers there. We'll have laundry. So if someone is coming in transit, which there might be a misconception about Henderson that we don't have a lot of homeless here, but we have a lot more than what people think.
Sure.
And so those people will have an opportunity to come get some daily needs met. They have a sandwich or, again, laundry, shower, whatever they need. And so all that's going to happen there, and then we'll continue on expanding with our food. We did 2,600 giveaways last month alone, and
109 new
applicants.
Right.
So a lot of great things happening there. That's really grown as well.
And of course, for these, the gift stores and for the food bank, that kind of gets back to where we are today because we need donations for that.
So we absolutely need this food drive to be very successful today. So, all of you who are listening, please make your donation. We absolutely need to give away more food. There's a tremendous need of people who are struggling with food insecurities, and everything that is brought in is 100% donated right back to the people that are in need, and we're excited about that.
And we do reach outside of Rusk, so if you do live outside of the connecting counties, you can't come in and get a box. You bring your ID. Yeah, that's all you need.
Okay, very good. You mentioned the Women's Center that you're going to have in Longview and the one you already have out in the New London, Overton area. Do we also have what most folks would know as a former hotel here in Henderson? Now, is that a men's center, women's center, a little
men.
bit of both?
No,
This
it's
strictly
just
men's.
men.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't.
All right.
We don't have co-ed.
Sure, sure. Okay.
But we've got
And that's an area that we hadn't even touched on.
Yeah.
is
Not
that,
yet.
that facility.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a massive facility. I think we have 44 rooms total in it. And absolutely everybody that's there is either in some type of program, upper phase program, or they're in transitional housing. So they have jobs in the community. And we're excited about doing that. There is a definite need for people, for companies to have employees, and there seems to be a lack of that right now. So we brought 40, 50 men that are capable of working in the community, and they live there. It's a sober living environment, so they still do their classes, they still have accountability, they still will meet with sponsors, mentors, but they also live there on site and they work in the community, and it's a great relationship with them.
And come and go as they need.
Yes.
It is. There is, some curfews. There are still some restrictions to it, just simply because, again, it's sober living. So we want to be careful that we really work with them to continue on in their success of sobriety and continue on with their success in their relationship with God.
Very good. If you're just joining us here this morning, it's our Wiseman Ministries Radiothon we're having today. We continue until 12:30 this afternoon here at KWRD. Taking your monetary donations. If you feel to do that, we encourage you to do that. You can call us. We have folks that are available to talk to you and get your information and your donation, whatever it is, at 903-655-1800. Our food, non-perishable food items for the Henderson Food Bank, we can take your donations on that as well if you want to stop by our studios today at 1101 Kilgore Drive. Not just today, but all week long for that, and we encourage you to do that. Tim and Tabitha Wiseman with us here to kind of get this thing started off today. And as much as we could talk to you for 4 hours, you do have other folks coming
Sure,
in.
we do.
Absolutely.
Got anybody coming over from the Blackberry Farm?
Yeah, we actually do. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've got a great lineup of people that are going to share their personal story and how they work with us, and everybody has a different way of seeing, has a different perspective of seeing how we help and how they can help. So we have some board members coming in, staff members, people that are actually in our program. It's going to be a terrific time. We're excited.
For those who may or certainly may not be familiar now, when it comes, because we've talked about all these various locations that you have and the different services that you provide, but the main thing is getting folks back on the right path, and there's like a year-long process to do that. Tell us a little bit about the program.
It is a one-year process.
Same program for everybody, or is everybody's program tailored to them?
It's pretty tailored. We have the basics that we follow, but everybody has different needs with their legal coming in or CPS coming in through courts and things like that. So,
Yep.
Is that how most folks find out about Wiseman Ministries programs to begin with? Is a court system deal or an intervention with the family?
often.
All of the above.
Yes.
It's
Word of mouth,
yeah.
Facebook. We're active on social media to try and help and reach people through that. So,
Yep.
yeah.
It's a wide range of things. Yeah.
Okay. I know this is maybe kind of a tough one here to throw at you, but for as many different things as you're offering to folks to help them out, and as many different programs that you have for the general public to partake in and be a part of, are there sometimes, have you found over the years, 20 plus years, have you found a situation where you're like, this ain't for you. You need to go down the road to somebody else?
Of course.
I find it hard to believe that y'all would tell anybody no.
Through humility, you know that you're not capable of helping everybody. It takes
Correct.
knowing that you might need to send them somewhere else with different sets of opportunities and resources that we're not capable of giving. To think that you're capable of saving everybody it's not realistic. So.
But if you know it's something that you can't do, do you know where do you feel good about knowing that at least you can set them on the path?
Absolutely.
100%. So
Okay.
we relate this, we're faith-based, so we relate this to a story in the Bible where Jesus told Peter to launch out into the deep for a great catch. Yeah. And Peter said, Jesus, I've been
Been there, done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I've been doing this all night. The word he used was tolling. I've been struggling and all night trying to catch fish. There's nothing out there. They're just not biting. So we're not going to do that. And Jesus said, let's do this. So Peter goes out with a man who was not a fisherman. He's a carpenter, but yet he still went out with him. So as they're out there, he tells him to cast on this side. They make a great catch. Well, here's the key part of that. It says, and when the great catch was happening, Peter reached out to his other partnering boats. And by them partnering together, they brought in this great catch. Peter didn't bring in that catch by himself. It took a collaborative effort of several other boats, several other individuals, and then that's what brought that to shore. So it's very similar to what we're trying to do. We know that we have a niche. We know that we have a certain group of people that we're capable of helping. And you're right. I mean, to turn away somebody breaks our heart. Mm-hmm. But we also realize we're not capable of helping certain people. Let's say there's a mental illness that we're just not medically established to help. And so those individuals, it's not that we just turn them away, put them back on the street. We say, okay, look, we need to go in this direction with you and try to help you this way. And then we call upon our partners, and that's how that relationship works. And it's something that we believe is working very well.
Okay, very good. So there, I mean, so there are plenty of opportunities for folks to get some help.
Absolutely. Referencing together, we just came from a meeting in Longview where they pulled together city officials, a whole bunch of other nonprofits, and we went into this session and just talked from 9 o'clock to about noon or so about what we can do to partner together. How can we share more resources with each other? And the mayor stood in front of all of us and said, "We're here to help. What can we do to help you?" And just a great servant's heart. And the mayor of Longview is fantastic. And so we just came from a meeting where that happened, and that's what you need. You need people coming together, partnering together. Not getting caught up in their own world and their own spaces. By working together, we actually are better to help our community and help the individuals that are coming to us.
Interesting that you would bring that up because, all right, so for the folks in Longview, folks in Carthage, here in Henderson, you have to have support of leadership of that community because if you run into that wall,
right,
you're in trouble right from the beginning, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So needless to say, you have found some incredible support in the various towns that you're involved in.
Absolutely. We have found that East Texas is very generous, very benevolent, and from the top down. I mean, from councilmen to mayors to just everybody, community, business people,
Police
just
officers,
churches,
yeah.
Absolutely. I believe that everyone may not feel necessarily called directly to help in areas that we're helping them, but man, they'll offer anything they got of their talents and gifts and abilities to support. And East Texas is so great. The individuals who live here just are fantastic.
Wiseman Ministries. It's not exactly a church.
Correct.
Right, per se. I mean, you probably get support and appreciate that support from a lot of different churches, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we're churches are really a foundational piece for us. That's where a lot of our volunteers come from. Again, a lot of our resources. I mean, churches are a vital asset in this relationship, this partnership that we have moving forward.
Okay, very good. And again, throughout the next 4 hours or so, we're going to have folks that y'all have helped. What happens after that year that they've been involved with you?
It's different on both sides. With the women, a lot of them stay with us. A lot of them stay with us and find work. We do provide daycare, and so affordable, to work with them. And we try and find them housing, help them save money. We help them with budgeting and things like that so they can get cars and their own places to live. With the men, it's a bit different, so yeah.
Talk about the daycare, because that's such a critical need.
So we do provide.
And do you provide that at all the locations?
We do.
Or?
We have a Carthage facility, and we have the Sunshine Lighthouse in New London.
Right.
That has a dedicated children's area. We do provide daycare while they do their work therapy. And if they, at 9 months, decide to go find a job outside, we continue to care for their children and provide the needs,
Yeah.
so they can make those.
I mean, daycare is so expensive,
It's
you know.
extremely.
So being able to take care of that in house for a lady who's trying to get a job and don't have again that financial burden of $75, $125 a week, whatever it is per
That's more than
child.
that, yeah.
That's a massive burden to take off of them and be able to care for the kids while they're continue on again with finding a job in their career.
Okay, very good. So you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And it's, every day's a new day, and
Yes.
there's always something else to happen. From a Henderson standpoint, again, you've got new construction, new buildings in the works, and all of this is happening where? On
Well,
the
two different
Jacksonville.
Yeah, we've
locations.
got two different. Yeah.
Yeah, so on the Jacksonville Drive is our, we're expanding the food pantry there and going to create, a hub for people to come in and
The office building side will have resources for, like he said, medical, dental,
all kinds of different needs being met.
where we can take our resources for case management and set up an office there to help people with legal. Somebody comes through and can't get a box because they don't have an ID. Well, why don't you have an ID? Well, I have a warrant. Okay, well, sit with this person and let them help you do what you need to do to take care of that warrant. If we can offer that, then that's what we want to turn the food bank into a self shop, to where the shelves are full of food and you can come in with a list of itemized foods that you can pick out yourself. It cuts down on food waste, and people are coming in with dignity and picking out items that they want for their family instead of just driving up and picking up boxes.
Sure. And it's interesting that you don't have a location.
No.
Not even in any of the communities that you're in.
No.
It's not. It doesn't boil down to a location. In Henderson, you've got at least 2 or 3 different locations around town.
Yes.
I guess same in Longview.
In Carthage, we've got DeBerry, the farm, and we've got the women's home. And
Gifts
Longview,
of
we've
Grace.
got House of Disciples, and soon coming, the Inspiration House for Women. I'm so excited.
and those are not in the same place.
No, they're separate locations, but in Longview.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So the whole concept of it all needing to be in one place,
No.
you blew that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then of course we have the new London facilities.
yes, Sunshine Lighthouse is
Very good.
full. Yeah.
How have we gone the first 20 minutes or so of this radiothon here? We haven't even talked about the car wash.
No, I know.
Exactly.
We have a car wash
I
involved.
think, I thought Brittany was coming. The girls.
Well,
do
she
think-
still has 4 hours. So.
Yeah, she might stop by. Yeah, they're doing fantastic. We're working on, cards to offer free car washes and things like that. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
yeah.
Really, the whole car wash thing, though, how does that factor into what y'all are doing? I mean, is that it's a drive-through car wash?
It is.
Right, but
So-
it also gives the ladies a place to do some work, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, work therapy is important.
It is.
Having a purpose. Yeah.
When people come off the street, they normally haven't established a good work ethic.
Sure.
So getting up at a certain time, working for a solid 8.5, 8 hours a day, that is very foreign to some of them.
Very.
And so this gives them an opportunity to get up and do that, to earn an incentive pay. And then the same thing, the businesses that they're working on, for example, the car wash, 100% of the proceeds from it, the revenue from it, goes back to Sunshine Lighthouse to fund helping the women and children that are there in the program. So it serves dual purposes. The other thing is it also creates jobs, because the ladies that are there who are actually on staff running it are people that have graduated our program. And so 100% of the people that work in any of the businesses that we have, it's a resale store or whatever, they are graduates of our program. So we always hire from within.